Searching for greatness in a sea of the dying and shameless, a sea of the aimless. I don't wanna be one of the nameless. I'ma wake up with the mindset that one day I'm gonna make it. And I don't think I'll be fine if I don't break my limitations. Don't try to stop me, I exist to write my own story. I'll make a decision if I want some peace or if I want the glory, yeah. Don't want a life that is complacent or possibly boring, I just want a life that is worth every day exploring, My whole life I just wanted someone who would notice me. My whole life I just wanted to be somebody to be. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, yeah, This is a statement to appreciate all that is vacant. It's just for the taking. If you make up your mind, you can take it. I'm never complacent. I would work in a mansion or basement, yeah. There's no replacement for persistence, it's a patience, yeah. In this life, I wanna be soaring, to feel sun inside when it's pouring. And I'll fight till anxiety is foreign. I'm so sick of my mind's extortion. My whole life I just wanted someone who would notice me. My whole life I just wanted to be somebody to be. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, 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 I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah,
Hey, welcome back, everybody. I hope everyone's having a lovely Friday. We are going to jump straight back into the Starfield. I didn't stream yesterday because I just didn't feel in the right place. I was tired and I was weird, and so I thought I'd just give myself a break. I built a new whip, which you may have noticed from the screenshot. I went with the vibe of go big or go home, and it's about 3 times the size of our previous ship in both hull and cargo capacity. It's only got a little bit more than the old one did. Maybe like, I don't know, 20. Well, actually, it's about 50% as much storage as I used to have because of the bonuses you get from like the skills. But at the moment, we are. Oh wait a minute! Did I take the filter off? Oh, I didn't. There we go. That's much better. We're literally cruising for a bruising. We're gonna go after Terran incursions and ships, and we're just gonna see what we can get up to. I've been playing Oh, for Christ's sake, how many times are you going to give me this? It's the 4th time I've seen the little mouth. Hopefully we'll get to see some... Hopefully we'll get to see a little bit of variety. But
lack of love.
A lot of the cruise incursions are very similar, and some of them I've had the exact same thing multiple times, which is annoying. Didn't want to pick up those pliers. Oh look, dead guy. Another dead guy. Oh, hello. Astra and Dex Tech. Lovely. I'll take all of that. Can we take the ship? Let me guess. No. Yeah. Like, a lot of them are literally just this. You go on, there's a handful of dead bodies, there's some stuff you can collect, there's a couple of slates, and that's it, and then you're done. There's nothing to shoot, there's... Other than some, in some cases, poorly written slate text, there's really nothing to do. It's like, there's going to be a couple of slates probably somewhere, but I'm not gonna bother searching around for them. It's a very simple small ship. Like, we've basically seen everything that there is to it, so just by going up and down. No doors to the side. Come on, sweetie. Time to go. This place is a drag. A lot of them are literally that. Like, they might sprinkle in a little... They might sprinkle in a little danger. By the place having, like, corrosive effect inside the ship, or radiation, so you've got to get in and out quick, but, like, so few of them actually have someone or something on it to do. It's... There's some pretty interesting, cool looking ones, like what is it? The other day we came across what looked like an asteroid mine, which is probably, as I figured later, was probably just like a space station that had hit the asteroid. But I did come across actual asteroid mines, and they've got at least some internal variety. They're basically the same. They're very, very similar layouts, but the internals can be quite strikingly different, and they're interesting. Like, they look cool. You've got things to shoot at. What's up, darling? How can I help you? You just come to take a look at the view. Yeah, I can understand. Take it all in, baby. And it was through doing the cruise mode, cruising, that I came across a number of incursions where we took on ships where I got some more upgrades, like...
Hey, what's going on?
a cloak. Yeah, so when I go to boost, the ship becomes cloaked, so it's a lot more difficult for enemies to lock on to shoot at you, well, or to see you to shoot at you at all. What do we have show up? We have a ship. 7,000 light seconds away. Let's have a look at it, shall we? And I looked it up out of curiosity. 1 light second is approximately, you know, it's approximately 300,000 kilometers. It might be a few thousand shy, but it's like 299,000 and something, so it's basically 300,000 kilometers, for those that were wondering. That's what the LS is, light second. Generally a not very used unit of measurement, IRL, but more so in sci-fi. Hazard, yeah, that's just going to be a minefield. There's a number of things that I've come across since just playing off stream. Ships, you get quite a lot of hazards, anomalies, and then every so often they'll throw in things like enemy encounters, like we're having right now. Going behind that. Anything else? No. Alright, back to cruise then. Alright, we do have a sensor contact. Another ship. That's only 800 light seconds away. Let's check that out. Sweetie, would you care to sit down? There are very comfortable chairs in this glorious new cockpit that I paid a lot of money for. No? Okay. Don't get me wrong, I like looking at your pretty face. Yes. Women, eh? And another one. I'll show you the ship from the outside in a minute. We'll just take care of this threat.
Enemy's grab drive has been disabled.
Can't skip the system with a fried grab drive, huh?
Target's shields are down.
Oh, there it is. What's weird is, I don't know if they've just been lazy and reused the effect, or they're hinting at something in the game. And I was thinking about this after putting the cloak on. Like, what stands out? Like, what stands out when I go to the cloak? Yeah, and then I'll come out of the cloak. What stands out in that effect? That weird blurring. It's the same kind of blurring that you see, that you get as an effect when you're in range of starborn ships that are doing those weird jumps. And all this tech that we're picking up is supposedly Terran tech. So if there's... It would be nice if there was some sort of starborn connection. If there were, one would think they'd have some character that would have sensed us or known about us or reached out to us or something. But yeah, just something, little curiosity I noticed. Probably just reading too much into it and they were lazy and reused the effect. And you can get wildly different amounts of contacts. Like, I spent Terran Boudica, oh, that's new. I probably spent the better part of 4 hours just cruising around the Varoon system, and I barely got any hits whatsoever. I got maybe 4 encounters over the course of the 4 hours. Here, when you're in a, relatively speaking, more populated space that's closer to Sol, which is where the Terrans want to be, because they're all about Earth, you get way more encounters.
Suddenly failures down. Simple. I am catastrophic.
This I've not had before, where we've got actual Terran robots on board. I can still hear some walking around. God, you guys are poor. Where's all the goodies? Nice captain's quarters. Any goodies hiding?
Enemy. Instant failure.
What happened? What happened? Oh, some sort of extreme... Oh, extreme heat hazard. Okay. This has got...
Initiating combat protocol.
This has got the same bridge as my ship has, the new one. Some X-Tech, lovely. What do we have in here? More X-Tech. Lovely. What have you got in the hold? More credits. That's what we like. Can we take this? We can't. That's one thing I'm not really digging, is out of all of the encounters, I've only ever come across one ship that I was actually one ship that I was able to take. And I didn't because I couldn't be bothered because it was a little one.
Well, I suppose they're not going to need it anymore.
Indeed, darling. Well, that's about it. Go back to our ship, undock, blow this thing out the sky.
Operation complete. Thrusters free.
Hey, kid.
Can you get out of the way, Betty? Thank you. Right, so the ship. It's a pretty big beast. I maxed out with the 6 SAL 6830s. And then this is that cockpit that we were just in, very similar on the other ship. It's got 2 levels to it and it's got a massive floor. Sweetie came to say hello. Hello, sweetie. Oh, because we're in a seat, it doesn't actually give us the options to play with the characters. Isn't that bollocks? Why do they put these limitations on certain things? I already was like, that's a bit weird. I can't usually clip through the ship, but I guess it's because we're sitting. But yeah, we've got... filled the space in between the decks with basically as much fuel and cargo as landing gear allowances would let me. We've got a large brig, a large mess hall, an empty cargo space. Yeah, there's fuel tanks all over the place. Cargo containers, we've got shielded storage. And all these little greeblies are the new modules. So like this is for comms. So there's like a higher possibility that when you're in an encounter against enemies that some friendlies will show up to help you. Then there's a micro reactor that gives you an extra pip of reactor energy. Yeah, so and I did try it. I slapped 4 of them on straight out of the gate and I only got 1 pip of energy, so it's like a one and done. And then you've got things like these shield units that are supposed to give you a certain RNG percentage chance that when the attackers shoot at you, the incoming fire is bounced back at them. And then we've got a weight reduction that is quite, I think it's a 20% weight reduction overall. And what else have we got? I don't remember the name of this, but like all of these little greeblies, including like the antennas here, that big antenna and this big antenna at the back, those are all new things that added in Freelates. Well, I think that's part of the Terran Armada as well, if I remember correctly. But yeah, I was like, go big or go home, and it's an extra 3 units wide than the other ship, and almost double the length. So, oh, and the bottom of the ship is nearly completely fucking landing gears. Yeah, like there's landing gears all the way around the outside. There's like 2 landing gears in the front, and then I've got 1 landing gear in the back with an empty space to put another one, because as we add more of those upgrades that we collect, they add to the weight of the ship, as well as giving you hull integrity. And then past certain weight limits, you need certain amounts of landing gear. So I'm like, I'll sacrifice a fucking fuel tank. We'll leave an empty space there. We've still got a bunch of attachment points for other upgrades that we come across down the line. I'm inevitably going to need another fucking landing gear, so we'll just have a space for it. So yeah, that's the Nebuchadnezzar. She's got a fat ass, but what she lacks in speed and being nimble, she makes up for by packing one hell of a punch. And she's a tank. The killdozer of the skies, you might say. Sweetie, like I said before, there is a lovely chair right over there. Go and sit the fuck down. Don't get me wrong, I really like looking at your lovely blue eyes. And you look a lot better when you smile. Giving me that terrified look isn't helping. Go and sit the fuck down. I think it might be time for a wardrobe change. I love that dress on you, that's why I gave it to you, but we might have to keep an eye out for something else. Don't look at me like that. I like it. Yeah, alright. We'll leave it for now then. And I'm hoping to push this for as long as I can go, like physically today. So we're probably gonna aim for somewhere between like the 8 and 10 hour mark at least. And this will likely be our last Starfield stream. I have... Let's go to a Oh, it's a sensor contact. Okay, let's go to sensor contact. I will be doing a reinvigoration of the Mr. Pouchman theme.
Stay up late reading under the covers? Did you learn anything?
I did a series, the
Don't pretend
misadventures,
to be mad at me.
the
I know
misadventures
you
of
are, really.
Mr.
I learned
Pouchman,
that back on Earth, people used to
where I
use the
basically.
stars to navigate.
Can you shut up, Cora? Where I basically started a level 0 character on Prometheus and played through, including the Great Hunt. And I was thinking of doing something similar with Elysium. If I have it Mr. Pouchman and it's a bit weird, then why aren't I continuing with the same character? So, you know, it would need some continuity in that. If I just start a completely fresh one as Mr. Pouchman again, then it's basically the same thing. So I was like, why don't we increase the size of the family? And we're going to be my first ever female character, Mrs. Pouchman. And it will be the life and times of Mrs. Pouchman on Elysium. So
That's so cool.
we'll start with
But
a level
I guess
0
everyone
character
thinks they just
and
lived on
work our
one
way up from the
And
bottom
that sounds
on Elysium
boring.
from the get-go.
Remind me one of these days to tell you the tale of a certain Solomon Coe and where his stargazing landed him.
Sweetie, you look terrifying. Can you please go and sit down like Betty did? Because thank you very much, darling. I couldn't take looking at you when we were in cloaked mode again. I could see your fucking mouth cavity and your eyeballs. Some of them are literally just that. You drop out, there's some wreckage, and there's something for you to collect some stuff from. I was looking to see if there's a free look button. That's one thing I miss, like this. Yeah, I can't really show you. This cockpit has got all this glass real estate, and all we really get to see is that little view in the front. There's no like holding Alt to look around even like while we're going forwards. Yeah, if I move the mouse then the ship turns that way. That I literally have no means of looking anywhere else other than making a ship go in that direction. Oh, what have we got? We've got a ship. Terran Shaka. Can't say that I've ever come across a shaka.
The board is clear. We're docked.
Come on, sweetie. Time to board.
This cause system failure.
And we can't. You are not authorized to pilot this ship. Like, we never are. And in this case, this is really it. It's just what we see up and down. That's it. That's an incursion. And so many of them are as simple as that, or if not simpler. And then on the rare occasion, you get an asteroid base, or a bigger incursion of multiple
Separation
ships.
complete.
But more often than not, it's something, or a minefield where you've got to collect a couple of items floating in space. Right, back to cruising for a bruising. I'm cruising here because we do have an objective ahead of us. That's what I keep moving towards. And we will get there eventually, but we'll just have a bit of cruise fun along the way.
Well, if it isn't my favorite walking paycheck.
Let's go and take a look at that ship first. Can come back to Indom 4 after. We seem to be getting a lot of Terran action here. And we want all the XT that we can get. Oh, speaking of which, I collected like 45 of it from our XT mine. And I thinned out the herd as far as weapons go, and I've just got the ones that we actually were using on a regular and are now pimped out in a decent fashion. One thing we can definitely do all of is optimize all of our systems. We've got 72 XT, that's not bad at all. Alright, that's all systems all systems fully optimized.
I hope Core doesn't get too much of
No, not the industrial workbench. I want the weapons workbench. Why do I still have that on me? I've got the wrong laser rifle on me. It's so annoying that so many of the fucking decent weapons are melee. That's EM, isn't it? Seeing as this is an exotic, we can still change that to... We can change that to energy. Alright, and then we want to get rid of... Not the saboteurs, this thing, cornered MGP. I don't know why I have that. We arrived. Terran Cyrus. Another little one.
Nice clean dock there.
Caution. A Terran tail has been killed. Running extermination scan. Registering damage. Registering damage to extent.
Yo. What the hell? My health went down something fierce there. Dude. Being in that crossfire of like 5 of these cunts, that was insane. My health doesn't usually take that much of a hit. What did you robots get up to in here, eh? Oh, there's nothing else that I can see in here. What's over here? Excuse me, sweetie. Can you move out of the way, please? Thank you. Range upgrade.
Carrying enough
Okay,
bottle
that's
there, or should
nice.
We find some more.
Scusi. Right. Alright, before we move along, let's finish what we were going to do here, shall we? Kismet, there it is. Let's go with that. And then we want to put the range upgrade on this thing if we can. We've already got the accuracy upgrade on it. Doubles its effective range. Or, yeah. Yeah, go on. Well, 173 meters. Yeah, go on then. I had like when I first started, I had like closing in on 2 million credits, and then after a little bit of play and upgrading upgrading X-Tech stuff. Well, actually, no, it was like 2.5, wasn't it? Upgrading some X-Tech stuff, we quickly whittled that down to like 1.5, and then building this ship now, I'm a pauper of 300,000. With a cargo hold full of guns and everything else you can shake a stick at. That's already on 2. Okay. So we don't have anything on 3. What do I have here? Void form particle beam. Yeah, this is a load of bollocks. I want to... Oh. That's not what I wanted to do at all. We want personal atmosphere. And then I use gravity wave. And then we use solar flare. I didn't put away the rest of the crap, did I? And we still haven't come across any spidroin. It's alright. At ease. We took care of them.
Separation complete. Oh boy, don't tell me you're here to chit-chat.
I don't know about you, but a fella could do a lot worse than Constellation.
Alright, back to cruising. Sam, you're making the place look untidy. Take a seat. I just paid a lot of money for this cockpit, and you guys still just stand around.
Adventure?
Go and look out the window and see what adventure's out there. You get a better view from the chair, I guarantee it.
Yeah, the way you handle things, not bad. Not bad.
I could handle them a lot better if I could see them. Terran Shaka. We've just we just did a Shaka not 10 minutes ago, and we got another one.
And you didn't even scratch the paint.
And this has got a corrosive atmosphere, so we've got to be in and out quick.
Initiating contact with malfunction. System failure. System failure.
Action figure, yes. 5% increased credits for selling items to vendors. Hallelujah. We are going to need to do that. It's one of my least favourite things to do in the game, but we are going to need to make a couple of runs to places like Neon, where there's a bunch of traders in one sitting, so we can offload some of the crap we've got sitting in the cargo hold.
You need something?
People have just accepted their fate and still do the same old of selling what you can within the 5, well, depending on what trader you're going to, within like the 5 to 20,000 credit limit, and then going to sleep on Venus and then rinsing and repeating. Like, I did that probably 5 or 6 times just to see what it's like, and I was already bored of it after like the second one. I'm like, this is seriously how they expect us to make a decent amount of money out of the stuff that we collect when there's so much of the shit that we can collect? This is new. Bruisin. Oh, and we actually got an activity on this one. Investigate the ship. Okay. See, sometimes you'll get activities pop up on them. That's also pretty rare, but
Docking complete.
you do get the odd activity. Or even rarer, a mission. At the end of this, we'll probably end up with an corrosive gas here as well. We'll probably end up with the logs of the ship that we can hand in to a ship's technician, in all likelihood. Why does it still say Ecliptic File Cutter when I've renamed the ship? Well, I think we will take over this ship because I need the credits. Good for you, mate. Right, well, let's take a look at the other slate. I figured out what we do with the action figures. We're running out of time. Dying words. We got that twice over. Right. For once, we can actually take it over. We'll take this back to Neon. Where are we? Indom. We were gonna go. Let's take care of... No, if we do that, then I'll never find the fucking thing again. Right, let's go home.
We have weapons control back online.
And the weapons are back. Let's see what there is to see.
This is United Colonies space. Maintain current course while we scan for contraband. And the complete.
Want to register this bucket of bolts, but not have to pay an arm and a leg for it. If it's more than like $4,000 to register, then I'm just gonna fucking get rid of it.
Beautiful. Just beautiful.
I'm glad you like our home, sweetie. We might as well pick up whatever XT the XT miners have brought up in the meantime. $25 grand. There is no way I'm gonna do it just for the shits and the giggles. But I very much doubt I'm really gonna get 30 grand for that ship when I go to sell it. Yeah, it says in the bottom there 30,000. I very much doubt I'm gonna get that much back for it. Alright, there we go. Do we have all of our crew? Because whenever we switch ships like that, it likes to... No, we've only got 5 of them. Betty, Nebuchadnezzar. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're still missing someone. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I didn't scroll down. Well, I should have 8. But I'm guessing that chick that I hired just buggered off. Alright, never mind. And while we're on Jemison, we might as well go to the stores and do some selling here. I fast travel from the cockpit because then the ship will actually be at... The ship will actually be at the main landing pad there. If I just fast travel from here, the ship will stay there. As we're basically right just outside of the city limits. Right, that's our base over there. Why didn't it bring my ship here?
Anything. We're asking everyone to take care of any leeches on their ships. We don't want any Terramore storming through. Thanks. Data like this helps us better understand how breakdown...
Another 2,500 credits. Lovely. Ships
I'm sure
for
you can find something you
sale.
like.
Sell. We are going to get 30 grand for it. Alright, well, let's sell that. Yes. Bye-bye. I don't know if I want to get rid of the Datura or not. It's not like I'm ever actually going to use it for anything. We'd make 3,000 credits on it. It's not even registered. Alright, let's get rid of that. That's an old ship I haven't used in a long time. I'd need to switch that to my home ship and take a look at what decorative shit we've got there. Not like it really matters. I wouldn't want to. That's the ship. I want to hold on to that because that's the ship that we got for completing the Stroud Eklund mission. That's the one that we were on previously. I'm not getting rid of the Starborn ship, especially seeing as it's only going to give me fucking 10 grand for it. That's the good old little Frontier, the little plucky ship we started with. And that's the Neb. Alright, that's that. Right. Let's get to selling, shall we? Let's sell some heavy shit. Sold one and they're already out of money. Where's Mercantile? I wholeheartedly believe that some of the bigger stores should have a credit limit of 20
Hope you're
instead
finding
of
everything you need.
5,000.
If you don't see what you want, feel free to ask. Oh, please, take a look.
5,000 is just so ridiculous. Like there's stuff that I can't even sell to certain vendors because it's just so expensive. No one has the money. Like I literally have to buy shit off of them so that they have more, like buy ammo and meds and whatever else I can get my hands on from them so that they have money and then get rid of it. So at least I'm getting something out of the transaction instead of just giving them something for way less than it's worth. We're losing money there again.
Thanks for shopping at Jemison Mercantile.
Oh, while we're here, we might
If it
as well
belongs
look
on
for
your ship,
something
then
spid
please,
roing.
take a look.
Do you have any spid roing, darling? No, of course you don't. Why am I not
Appreciate the
surprised? I am Jack's complete lack of surprise. What have we got? Transit station. This feature that they added a long time ago, which bloody well should have been in the game from the beginning, is very nice. Being able to fast travel by those markers inside the towns.
I'm pleased to report that our stocks are currently... Welcome to UC District... Yes,
Why do you sound surprised that I want to buy something? Right, do you have any spid roing? You don't have any spid roing either.
back to it then.
Indeed.
Wen really keeps the distribution center in tip.
Come on, sweetie, you've been talking about going to Outland for fucking days now. I've got better stock in the cargo holds. I don't know where you want to come here.
You're only as safe as... I would never dream of selling substandard gear. Please do. I hope we have...
Now you've got credits. And you've got those spidroin. Oh. No. We'll hold on to that.
See you around.
See you around. No. Right. That's the lodge. We haven't discovered these places yet. That seems like a mistake. We probably just haven't been to them since they added those markers.
People joke and say this for but let me tell you, it ain't a snake. It's some kind of celestial being.
All right, darling?
There's nothing. You know? Just by walking through that door, you've shown you may. Please, take.
Oh, and you've got 12,500. I like you. I'll throw that in. I'll take some 43 array ultra mag caseless MI array and some 7.7 caseless. We might as well take the heavy and the light. And there's another 30 grand that we can sell back. Right. That puts us up a little. Very well, thank you. All these loading screens between fucking vendors.
Need something but don't. CJ's is always open. Have a good one. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah.
It's not really a lot in money, but we've got so much of these little things that I'm never ever in a million years going to use. and the weight adds up.
Thanks for stopping in. I can always use the business.
Oh, we just cleared you out of credits. Don't know what you're so happy about. Alright, we'll go and sell some clothes. We can have a look to see if they've got anything new for you, sweetie. It's been a while since we've been to 8.
Please let me know. You won't find a larger array of... Be my guest.
Alright, what have you got? You got anything new and interesting, or is it still all the same old bollocks that it always has been? It's all the same old load of bollocks. I'll take one of those and give it to Sweetie, but she's already got a sari dress.
You'll find that I have...
And he's got... I do like Sweetie in one of those engineering outfits. I think we'll hold on to that. Oh, that's cool looking. I might give... I didn't even see that before. We'll give Andreja one of those. Right, cleaned him out of credits.
Your patronage is appreciated.
Oh, we have to wait until we get onto the ship because that stuff's in the ship. Oh, the white ones. I have the white one. Let's put that onto Sweetie now and see what she looks like. Here you are, darling.
If something's on your mind, you can... Dropping off a few... No, we done talking already.
That's extremely unflattering, Sweetie. You look like you're about 6 months pregnant in that thing.
Well, hello, sunshine. Feel free to drop...
Yeah, much better.
Oh, I love our little chats. You know how to make a woman feel special.
Right, what else have we got? Enhance, no. Terra Brew, transit station. We could go... We could go down below, couldn't we? There's still a couple of shops we can offload some shit to there.
Healing in art is more exciting than one would think.
Especially when it's stolen. Okay, we got something new to do. What's up, little bot? Hey, would you look at that? We got a new friend. Let's put him on the neb. Starship engineering is going to be good for us. And scavenging. Get one. Alright, where's the shops? Let's offload some junk and get the fuck out of here.
The Trade Authority has access to goods and services no one else. Of course.
11 grand. Right, well, let's start with the suits, because they're heavy. And see if you've got any high tensile spideroin. And of course you don't. Why would you? No one does.
The Trade Authority appreciates your visit.
Yeah, I'd appreciate you a lot more.
Even in the well.
Hey, Mr. Becker. Welcome back, mate. All good, mate. All good. The usual.
No loitering. Can't say I'll have what you need. You see something you like.
How you doing?
Just say the word.
He's only got 1,300 bucks. Who robbed you?
Take care.
Happy to make a deal. You need... Take your time.
$13.50. Are you kidding me? You guys are a joke. I'm never going to offload all of my shit at this rate. Good to hear, mate. Good to hear.
Watch your back out there.
Well, that was thoroughly disappointing. And we've got no other traders to go to, have we? Let's go to the Waterfall Promenade. We haven't been there in a long time. Yeah, indeed. A little underwhelming. They put out this... I wasn't completely clear on how things work inside since they added the creations. I haven't really played it. Like the last date on my save when I played Shattered Space was from 2024. I've not touched it. I wasn't really in the clear as to how all this DLC whatnot goes, and the Terran Armada is basically just a creation that Bethesda put out, and we got main quest line. We got maybe 4 extra hours of mission out of it. 6 if you really push it. The rest is just like the 2 episodes that we spent playing. 4 hours was spent just trying to get the fucking Terran Armada to activate and finding how to do it. And then a lot of it was wandering to explore, but when we were actually on point doing stuff, it's like no more than 6 hours worth of gameplay.
Too much. I love coming to this spot to just sort of, I don't know, melt away for a while.
I know, sweetie, that's why I came here.
Let me guess. You missed me and you couldn't stay away.
Ah, you don't. How you know me so well.
You support all of my dreams and aspirations. Who could ask for anything more? If it keeps up.
It is nice. And it looks quite a lot nicer in 4K. When I last played this, I was still only playing in 1080 on my ultra wide. Like the free lanes adds a number of interesting mechanics and new items, but it's really just adding some extra padding for long-term players of the game, like the cruise system. I mean, even like the whole reason they needed the, I don't know, you know, who knows what came first, the chicken or the egg, but basically the premise of the cruise system is because the Terrans have a technology that when, you know, in a localized area can disable grav drive travel. You still need to get around, so you basically put the ship in cruise where it's just boosting along, and then they've added within that cruise mechanic an encounter system, and hence some of the equipment that you can now buy, like the antennas and what have you, to do scanning. Yeah, your RNG get all sorts of random encounters that you can come and check out as you're traveling to the locations that you need to in cruise mode because of the Terran's technology. And outside of the Terrans, you can cruise around wherever you want to come across those encounters. And that's just another way for them to add extra random things for people to come across. And it's nice, it's just... like, I'm not there. I'm not feeling the vibe. we've been playing survival games for so... The hell did you come from? Got fucking women falling out of the sky. You alright, lady? You need a stim pack? Sheesh. Watch out, that first step's a doozy. Like when I first played it, I was totally into it. I like the world of Starfield. It's beautifully made. Yeah, it's very easy on the eyes, and it's amazingly intricate in certain places. It's just not the vibe I'm really going for at the moment, like what I want to take from gameplay. There's not nearly enough content that's truly unique that speaks to me, and the addition of the Terran Armada was just the introduction of a new faction on the surface of it, for the sake of it. Because we already had all the factions that we know, and we all expected, or at least the majority of people expected, that with the addition of Shattered Space,
isn't the same as the real thing.
We might actually learn a little bit more about the Starborn as well as the Varun, seeing as the Varun's entire religion is based on the Serpent, which, for all intents and purposes, as far as the lore is concerned, has been leading us to believe is a Starborn entity. But you don't get to hear anything about the Starborn whatsoever in the entirety of Shattered Space. It's just internal politics bullshit. And now they just go and throw on more new factions with the Terrans, and then the alliance, the tenuous alliance between the Ryujin of all people, not the Ryujin Company, which is basically the controlling party of Neon, Freestar Collective, and the UC as Void. Yeah, veterans of God knows, I can't even fucking remember what the acronym is for. Yeah, so now we've got the Terrans. For some reason, Ryujin has been brought forth as like a significant faction, and they've muddled them together as another new one, instead of, maybe, I don't know, incorporating the Varun instead of any one of the others. And yet again, not telling us anything new about Starborn in the process.
Let's put this bird into space.
For me, the strongest hook of the game was the Starborn, and getting to know more about that in depth, and they haven't touched on it at all since the release of the original game. Right, let's go back to taking care of that incursion, shall we? See, like, this is where the cruise system comes into play. Yeah, there's an incursion going on by the Terrans, so we can't actually. Okay. Every time I've tried to jump to an incursion, it's not let me before. But anyway, you jump to a location, and you're not actually at the location, you're just close. Yeah, you're just close. Wait, is this a ground incursion? Is that why? Yeah, okay, this is a ground incursion, that's why. Alright, that's different. When it's a ground incursion, then there's no grav drive issues.
This is definitely not the kind of place I'd set up an outpost.
Agreed, sweetie. Where is the incursion? Crystal crater. Right, well, let's take the old moon buggy, shall we? Come on, darling. Are you in? You're in.
You take the wheel.
Up, up and away, I guess.
Light as a feather.
I know you are. Come on, sweetie. That rifle looks rather good in your hands.
Oh, I feel light as a feather in this gravity.
Anyone hungry?
What was that?
Oh, is that it? Yeah, some of these incursions are a little underwhelming. No, please go and find me some more, darling. You know how much I like clutter. Binoculars. Alright, let's get back in the old tin can. Oh. Pharmaceutical place with a landing pad. I want to see that. What's that?
Taking the road anyway.
Looks like some sort of silo. Well, we've got people on the roof. Oh, sorry, it's spacers. I take that back, not people. Timber. Son of a bitch. I shot a split second too early.
See if they've got any weapons or ammo.
Open up! Now!
Cover! Open fire!
I love how they can actually shoot you through fucking windows now for some stupid reason. Well, at least he's got some X-Tech. You tell him, sweetie. Show him who's the baddest bitch in all of Constellation. Was that you? Nice work, darling. You might want to move out of the way. I want to have some fun. Oh. I was hoping one of them would explode, but never mind.
You're carrying too many odds and ends. Time to let something go.
And keep nagging at me like that, you'll be the one I'll be letting go. Right, we're not going to go into the caves. It's just going to be a load of spaces to kill and more junk to carry. I was going after the marker. Thought that's where the ship was. Idiot. Oh, you can actually fast travel in midair in the
I picked up something you might
lunar rover. Hey, Miss Coe.
Is there a way to go fast? Sometimes I just want to turn off the graph. Sure.
I have some books for you.
Thanks so much.
I gave her so many books yesterday. Like we gave her 4 books and we got 8 XP. That's 2 XP a book. So I must have given her 120 books because I got 240 XP yesterday. I was like, fuck it. I've got so much shit gathering in the goddamn cargo hold and there's books galore. So I just went through and picked them all up and dumped them on her and I got 240 XP for it.
See you later.
How much money have we got? 350. It's not very good. Why are we carrying that many shit parts on us? Silly Billy. Oh yeah, we've got an action figure. I figured this out yesterday that I realised why they have... Hello, how are you doing? I see Andreja likes... What the hell are you guys doing in my fucking bed? Could be worse. Walk into 3 women in your bedroom. Let's not tell Sarah. Yeah, you got this Colony War Action Hero playset. And then the ones that you gather you can put in here. Yeah. And then they show up all over this little mock-up of a battlefield. Not like this, where you just got a shelf where you can put the ones in a package. It's like a little... It's a playset.
I'm glad to see you.
I'm glad to see you too, Andreja. Alright. Ladies, it's been a slice.
Hope you've enjoyed your stay here. Get the hell out. Everything looks so pretty up here. We're in orbit.
Right. We definitely... I so wish we could get rid of missions. I don't want that keep popping up. The Lost Terran. Investigate the signal coming from Nera. We might as well do that. It's got something to do with Terrans. That'll give us another system to go to cruise around in. What have we got here? This is where the Shroud Eklund is. And the scrapyard. Okay. These screenshots, these pictures are so small in the middle of the screen. This is back from... Well, this is back from before I even got my ultra-wide screen. That's 1080 on a 4K monitor. That's the size... That's the resolution we were playing at before.
I never tire of visiting worlds like this.
Sweetie, this is a junkyard, literally.
What do you want? I'm fishing here. UC Vanguard, huh? That's cute. Did they give you a little patch when you signed up?
Yeah, they did, actually.
Well, you can explore a little farther. Bucky, nice to meet you. I apologize in advance. That's just how my ma raised me, and unfortunately for you, I will continue to make her proud.
You go ahead, mate.
I'm fishing. It usually takes a few days, but I'll get a bite eventually. I know you UC types like to stay in your fancy desk jobs, but out here, I do honest work. Just you wait. Once they take the bait, They always bring a decent haul.
Who?
Oh, speak of the devil. Looks like we got a bite. Just in time for dinner, too. I could use a hand if you want to help me reel in the catch. I'll share some of the spoils, of course. Looks like they're headed this way.
I prefer the more direct approach.
All right, let's see what we got here. Nah, nope. Not what I'm looking for. How did that even get in there? Aha! Jackpot! Here, I need you to plant this on that crashed ship over there. Careful now. Wouldn't want you to end up looking like me. Oh, that's just a little improvised
Be
not
nice.
my best work. No. Off with you now. The sooner we get this done, the sooner I can share with you a world of wonders.
Interesting fellow. Pretty. Oh, interesting.
Oh, you smell that? 'Cause I sure don't. Follow me. The land of milk and honey awaits.
These Terran bastards been under our noses the whole time. I have a feeling this is going to go wrong. Yeah, now I need a single that I don't have. Yeah, that's how we started. Okay. Oh, would you look at that? Jackpot.
Voila! Welcome to my little holy land of sulfur and brass. Glorious, ain't it? I've been reeling in Terran tech and stockpiling it for years. I pretty much cornered the market on the stuff. Feel free to take a look around. If you need anything, I'll be at my desk. Also, if you're interested, what the hell was that? Dang. Well, looks like this is it. They finally caught up to old Bucky. Can't say I'm surprised, though.
Can't say you're surprised.
You religious by any chance?
It's
Yeah,
complicated.
fair enough. We might want to say a prayer just in case. Yeah, we'll see this fight to the end.
Say a prayer to me.
If you say so, I've got your back.
Where is it? Gravity well. Look at that ball of death.
All hostiles post.
Not so easy to shoot them when they're spread out. Gravity well, make a nice big ball of bad guys. Shoot in the middle of said ball. You right, mate?
Well, religious or not, there's definitely something watching your back out there. I'm not quite sure how we made it out of that alive. Anyway, like I was saying
called
before, we
skills.
were so rudely interrupted. My shop's always open. I've got all the Terran tech you could ever dream of. Also, if you're looking to upgrade your weapons, you have a good one now. There you are. I have a little game I'd like to play if you're interested. Heads or tails? You guess right, I'll get... Good choice. Well, look at that. I've been holding on to this here revolver for a bit. Let that be a lesson in anger. Took it upon myself to refurbish it as a pet.
Robots roulette, 255 in a revolver.
You tell me, friend. You seem to be the expert on the subject. Operating system? Well, you're partially correct, but I like to keep my secrets. Ask me again in a few hundred years, and maybe I'll have an answer for you. Sure. Want to sit on my lap, too? I'm just kidding. Depends on what you mean by destroy. There's a lot of good people forced to work for the Armada. Thousands, in fact. If destroying the Terrans meant killing everyone forced to associate with them, man, I don't think I'd have the heart to do it.
Indeed.
Too many friendly faces would be gone. That's just me. I live by people and principle. Sometimes we get caught up in the systems a little too much. It muddies the waters. If utility is their only excuse for living, then they're a means with no ends. That's dangerous. I'd kill them. Friends are a rare commodity. Useful war criminals? Well, you can always buy new tools.
Exactly.
You mean between proliferating a potentially hazardous compound as a pesticide and resurrecting a natural predator to the problem at hand? Well, let me ask you this. Do you value time and efficacy or safety and stability? That was rhetorical. The answer, obviously, is the safest option. Look, if people were just a little more patient, the settled systems would be a safer place.
Yeah, it sounds like the Terran Armada people have just been... Oh, wow. There's a bunch more.
I don't even know why this is a question. If you can relocate... Personally, I find the people on Paradiso insufferable. Who's to say you're not the wrong hands to harness such a thing? I think making it your responsibility to determine who's worthy in your own eyes is naive and sanctimonious.
That's
I'd
not
harness
even a
it
question.
and hold myself accountable for how I use it, not other people. Whew. As a specialist in neurological tech, absolutely not. I don't even want to think about that hypothetical. Could you imagine the consequences of such a thing?
Don't have to imagine. It's in my head,
You
mate.
have a good one. Good. Oh, it's a long story. Usually when I'm done mopping up a Terran patrol, this time around, I had a grand idea. After I crashed the ship on top of my little shack, and that's when you came in. I couldn't tell you.
If I had to hazard a guess, this is probably some like super old dude in some stasis pod, and then he's just manipulating this robot.
A pleasure to trade as always.
As an avatar. Oh, what are you? I've not seen one of those before. It's a bit pricey, but yeah, I don't mind. Let's take that. Decommissioner. Nah. Or it's got disassembler on it. It's a named weapon. I like named weapons. Alright, do you have any? You don't. Okay, and then Digipicks. We've got more of those than we know what to do with. Alright, then we'll sell to get all of our money back. Yeah, have some more weapons. You seem to like that. We're getting rid of so much junk. What else did he have? Yeah. Right, we made it. About 15 grand. All said and done. Let's go back to the ship. All tuckered out, sweetie. I should probably catch some Z's. I've got just the place for these. Oh, we can't put the big ones up there. Okay. How does that look up there? It's getting lost. And I need one of those big old deep cases. I thought as much. Right, we'll get some sleep.
I'm all for getting a little wild, but next time let's try it without the jetpacks.
Right, did we leave anything out? Alright. Let's blow this popsicle stand.
Ready here. Core's good too. Orbit achieved.
We did that. Alright, we're just gonna get back to cruising for a bruising. And we have an anomaly. My money is on minefield. Was that it? Well, I guess that was it. Let's at least select some other mission. What's on Danra? Oh, it's the UC Carriel. Okay, that's nothing interesting. We'll head towards Sumati if we see it on the map. Oh, Ansalon. doesn't really matter. We're interested in whatever comes up in between. If anything does. Well, we didn't have a single bite here. Narian system seems like a bit of a bust. What else have we got? Let's go and check out these weird places. Oh. Yeah, we have to leave Cruise first. Personally, I think it's one of the ugliest ships I've ever seen in fucking Starfield. And I've made some ugly beasts. I mean, shit, the Clippy that someone made that with mods looks better than that thing. Sakharov. Ooh, this might be an interesting place to check out.
Set of stars.
Lovely jubbly. Now we can upgrade another one of our powers. Right. Time to cruise.
ever tried Aurora?
Well, yeah, not in a long time, sweetheart. Not since you were born.
What was it like?
Terrible. It was terrible. You stay away from that stuff, Cora. Trust me. It's the worst.
Not a single hit yet. Oh, there we go. That's probably going to be a minefield. Well, at least there's a decent bunch of shit to collect. What else have we got here? That's far away. That's closer. And one more. Holy shit, 19 kilometers. Well, we lost that one. Never mind. Back to cruising. And if we don't come across anything interesting soon, we'll just pick another system. We've been to that. We've been to that. We're basically just canvassing space we've already been through. That's new. Asteroids. Let's go and check that out. We weren't even at full throttle. And we've got another ship to go to as well afterwards.
Hello, stranger.
I have a feeling this is going to be a weird one. There was an old woman in the original where you just come across her and she was genuinely offering food. Yeah, I thought as much. There's something not right here. Ugh. The fuck is this? Did some weirdo fucking alien take over Granny? It's a body bag. That's Granny. Some weirdo nasty alien took over Granny. What did you do with Granny?
Hello. I am glad you stopped. Likewise. I can see your eyes wander. I regret that it has fallen into... I need only... I made it possible. Interesting. Your bodies. How do you feel? I am in... I would like to inhabit a body like yours. So... Excuse, now that I have gotten to know... Yes, the food has been... Go on. Everything that is... What is the meat? You inconvenience me. You are making... We invited you to...
$199. Sorry, Granny. You've been gone for a while. A human foot. Seriously? I'm sorry, Granny. That's not horrifying at all, is it? They ruined Granny. She was a sweet old lady that you'd come across every now and then and you could get some food and have a chat. Come on, sweetie. Time to give Granny back to the stars.
I have something for you when you have a moment.
Textbook there. We're free.
End of an era. Let's go to a different system. We've gone long enough between encounters. This isn't panning out.
You didn't put us into a planet, so we must be in the right place. Enemy's grav drive disabled.
United Colonies vessel to unknown contact. Please acknowledge. Safe journey, then.
Spacers are crazy, but at least I have a lot of my crew over here. Any way we can repay you? Transferring parts now. We gotta resume our patrol.
Right, that's that. Let's start cruising. Excuse me.
This bloody webcam's on the piss again. I need to get it fixed up there properly.
Oh, we have a hit. We have a hit. Merchant, no thanks. We might go to that after, because at least we could offload some shit. Oh, and we've got a ship as well. I'm not doing another little MOV. That's the 5th one that I've seen. Oh, and we've got hostile activity. Let's check that.
Ship's missing its shield.
Enemies, their shields are gone. Take them out. You took out their jump drive.
Not much stands in our way in this thing. We'll wait until we pass Sirius. If we don't get any hits, then we'll go to another system. Oh, there we go. There's a ship. List merchant. Oh, might as well offload some crap. What's that? We got something else new. Sensor contact. I'd rather check that out than the list merchant. And an anomaly. We'll go to that after it's about the same distance. We've got more hostile activity. Alright, the place is starting to light up. Trade Authority merchant.
They've lost grav jump capability. Enemy shield generator has been locked out.
Trade Authority merchant's more likely to have a bit more money than the list one. Well, he buggered off. When they disappear like that, it's like them going to grab jump. Some of them are timed. If you don't get there within a certain period of time, they just bugger off. Asteroid mine. Oh, we haven't done one of those today. They can be interesting. The inside's the most interesting out of all of it.
Lack of love.
Captain, hello. I am satisfied to see that you survived your most recent sleep cycle.
I'm happy I woke up this morning too. Interesting. Everything's empty already. This is the exact same as... This is the exact same of one of these I've already been to. Do they literally just load the same encounter? Yeah, this is open. There's nothing on the conveyor belts. This is basically the encounter that I've been to of this asteroid before. They're just replaying it for... How fucking lazy can you get? How fucking lazy can you get? You put in fucking asteroid mines and you don't even put in some variety. This is literally just respawned the same asteroid, red cap mine asteroid encounter that I had yesterday. I know it's a different one because it's halfway across the fucking galaxy from the one I went to yesterday, but the fact that everything's empty was kind of weird, and this is, yeah, it's all exactly the same. There's nothing here. That's fucking rank, that is. That's if this is a bug, fair enough, but if, as far as asteroid mines go, you basically get the same one each time you encounter it, regardless of where it is in space, that's fucking lazy and bullshit. There's nothing here. That's disappointing.
Captain, do you require my assistance?
I picked up something you might be interested in.
I think we need to grav jump away. It spawned me inside of an asteroid and my shields are taking damage.
Are right on the money.
Target has lost their grab drive. They cannot jump away.
The grab drive is toast. Shields are down. We got him, Captain.
That was touch and go. All in a day's work for UC SysDef. I'm not sure if we would have made it out of there without your help. Anyway, we can repay you. You take care out there.
We haven't come across any new ship upgrades in a while. Right, we'll set Altair 2 in our sights and cruise. Come on. What do we get? Something went ping. Oh, that's weird. I'm not seeing any new contacts. Something went ping. And we got another ping, but I'm not... Oh, there it is. What do we have? A ship. Let's go check that out then. Just don't be yet another little muv. We've done this earlier. It's the third time I've seen that. Yeah, they're not really coming in very thick and fast. We'll go to another system. Leviathan, what's here? Anything? I'll check that system. Who knows? Oh yeah, I keep forgetting. I have to come out of cruise first.
Imagine how Solomon must have felt. We're here, Cap.
Cruise it is. The Bruisin system was terrible. I spent the better part of 4 hours in there. and I had maybe like 5 or 6 encounters the whole time, just cruising up and down, up and down, up and down. I was curious to see if there'd be anything special about the Varoon. They got left out of everything else that's part of 3 lanes in the Terran Armada update. Thought maybe there'd be something. What do we have there? A little anomaly. Go on then. For those of you more interested in the Icarus content that we had lately, you'll be happy to hear that today is our last day in Starfield, and I'll be putting together a new series for Elysium. We'll kick off the weekend with that. Basically a level 0 character starting straight on Elysium. Work our way through. And we got another ship. Let's just double check. Is that ship or enemy hostile activity? That's more interesting. And even more hostile activities close. Systems devoid of everything else. There's plenty of hostile activity. Hard to judge me when you're in a million pieces. Now we can go and check out that ship.
Do you think there's anyone inside that ship? We should go check in case someone needs help.
You've got better eyes than me, Sarah, because I'm not even seeing a fucking marker on the screen pointing me where the ship is. Yeah, this is the other thing. Some of them are like super buggy. This is probably the third or fourth time I've stopped where Sarah says something about a ship, but there's nothing here. Alright. Back to cruise then, I guess. Hostile activity trumps anomaly. Even more hostile activity after that. Nice.
Target's grab drive is disabled. Taking down their shields. Critical damage to the enemy's grab drive. They've lost shield. Hit them now.
Bloody pirates deserve everything they got coming to them. All right, well, I think we're gonna call it a day there. This feels like it's about as riveting to watch as it is to play. Wanted to give the whole system a fair shake. I played a bunch yesterday off stream, basically doing the same thing, with varying levels of success. It just gets to be extremely repetitive after a while because they didn't even put a great deal of variety
Oxygen,
in all of the
nitrogen,
encounters.
Hydrogen. It's all here.
Sweetie? Sweetie?
What's happening, darling? It's reassuring to know that I have you by my side. Oh, I feel like I can take on the world.
It's lovely
If
to
it
hear that,
keeps
Sarah.
us close, then I'll gladly say those words every time you ask.
We are going to sleep. We can't just leave without having a little fun. Just a little. But yeah, I think that's going to be it for Starfield for a while. I was genuinely really looking forward to this Terran Armada, and with how massively lacking the main quest is, there's player-made creations that add quest lines that are vastly bigger than this, and this was supposed to be a big thing. And the cruise system gets boring after a very short amount of time.
Someone like you.
It's lovely to hear that, darling. We'll have one last little chit chat.
Oh, I can tell I'm going to like this. You are the best thing that ever happened to me.
I would love to be able to say the same, Sarah.
I miss talking to you already.
I hope it's not going to be another 2 years before we see each other again. So yeah, that's it in a nutshell for our Starfield excursion. I'll probably still have this as like a little bit of a off-stream downtime guilty pleasure, but that's probably about it. I was really hoping for a lot more from this. The shared outpost container is a box. Yes, it holds 5 tons, but it's not something that you can actually use in your outpost systems. They didn't go that far, and you can't even put one on your ship. The cruise system is sorely lacking and full of bugs. The mission system is an indictment to calling it a quest line, because honestly, there are longer quest lines in player-made creations in the creation center or whatever the fuck they call it. And yeah, they threw a new faction and a ragtag group labeled as a new faction at us instead of giving us any new lore on any of the existing things that people are gagging for. So all in all, however pretty it is, however gloriously exquisite a lot of it is, it's still Bethesda. And they've been letting us down since Fallout 76. And it seems they're not going to stop. So we'll just call it quits. We'll quit while we're ahead. And I'm going to sign off and say goodbye. And thank you very much to those that stopped by and hung out and put up with my shit. Sorry for the little detour. I really did hope that there would be more would come of this and it would be better, but alas. I have a new little series in mind in Icarus where we're going to start a fresh character and we're going to start straight off the bat on Elysium, which is going to be pretty damn hard because you need certain tier 3 and tier 4 level text just to complete the beginning mission on Elysium. So we're going to have to spend some time leveling ourselves and unlocking things before we even manage to get into the meat and potatoes. So there's going to be plenty to look forward to for Icarus fans over the course of the weekend in the coming weeks. So if you were here for the Starfield, sorry, you're going to have to go somewhere else. If you're here for the Icarus, I'll see you tomorrow. So as always, stay safe, have fun, happy gaming. Have a wonderful rest of whatever it is where you are. I'll see you next time.
I know you told your friend you're not okay. And tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. And guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray as you fade away, as you fade away.
Yeah, I'm about to fade away, cause every time I wake up I feel like it's Monday. Something's going wrong with all the chemicals up in my brain. All of a sudden I don't look at anything the same way. Gotta build up of my thoughts sitting in an ashtray. I'm sorry that I'm so inconvenient, okay. Just let me be me and I'll stay out of your way. I can see the way you look at me, I'm such a